Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just coming on live because I'm doing a test. I'm doing actually a test here tonight with some various different platforms. And I said to myself that I'm going to test this thing. I was my engineer for a long time. And I said to myself that I still can actually test this if this is on Twitter. I'm testing on Twitter as well. Twitter, Instagram. The power of communication. The power of communication, ladies and gentlemen. The power of communication. Yeah. Okay. There we are. It's on. This is on Twitter. It's on Twitter. And while it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram as well. Instagram. Hi, how are you? And then it is on, check if it's on YouTube. It's supposed to be on YouTube as well. Let me see if it's on YouTube. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not seeing it on YouTube. No. Maybe it didn't go on YouTube. Let me see something here. But it's on Facebook as well. Well, YouTube, it doesn't. I don't really need it to be on YouTube. Let me see. There it is. That's on Facebook. Power of social media. Yeah. Well, anyway, I still, while I'm here, I can have a conversation at the same time. And today I was thinking when I was at home working, and when I see all the different things which are happening around us in the world, with the way the world is now somewhat of a change place. Can we say that fairly? The world is somewhat of a change place. Oh, the camera is right there. The world is a change place at this time. Change from what we knew it as, And comments. Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to comment, you can comment. 'Cause I'm just gonna have a conversation here and speak from my heart, since I'm actually here. Um, yeah, the world is a change place, and for those who are on, I'm actually doing something different. It might look a bit weird because I'm actually on Instagram. I'm actually on Facebook. I'm actually on Twitter as well, and I think it is coming up on Instagram a bit very weird in a way. You know, let me just turn down this music here because I don't need the music now, or play the music button softly. Yeah. So I was thinking about this, the world that we are living now. It's such a change place. Um, Things how it was years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago is a bit different. Different because of the advent of COVID. COVID has made a dent in everything, in every facets of society, every facets of life. And I'm sure many persons are actually either benefiting from it or some are actually suffering because of it. I I spoke to someone in Jamaica, um, and I use Jamaica as an example, whereby there's this state of emergency, and the crime has increased, and you know, impact because of COVID. You know, but crime has not been. It's not as if COVID has created crime. You know, crime has always been there, but in a way, the person said to me that people are hopeless, people are desperate, people need to survive, and people need to live, right? People are hopeless, people are desperate, people need to live. And there's also this thing called the survival of the fittest, right? And she says, City, that's my name. I actually don't know really what to say. That's what the person said. I really don't know what to say. And that sentiment that the lady expressed is a sentiment which I would say resonates across the world in some respect. Because in the United States of America, things are happening. Things are happening to persons liking, things are happening not to persons liking. In the UK, that's happening as well. In Austria, that is happening as well. Things to persons liking, things not to persons liking. All right? And especially we're talking about the vaccination, and we're talking about non-vaccination, talk about boosting. But there's something more than all of this now. There's something more than all of this, and what is needed, and what I sense is that because as human beings, we are deemed to be persons who are overcomers. We are the ones that the Lord God has created, and God said, "You shall go into the world, and you shall take dominion. You shall name the things." And by naming the things, that means to say you have a level of authority. Just like when let me see if I can do something here. Just like when I can switch this here, move this around, get that into frame for the Instagram. Just like when parents have their children, the first thing that they tend to do is to name them. Let me just get this back here. Yeah. Yeah. They name their children. They name their children because they have something of them, and therefore they want to put also something of them into them. So the children have something of the parents, and also the parents want to put something into the children to show some level of relationship, some level of authority, and some level of what should I say, um, way how things be done, so they can live out their legacy and have a seed, right? And I believe also that God did that as well. God actually created us, that's why I say, in His own image. And by creating us in His own image, He said, "Go forth, take dominion, and also, name the things of the earth. Take care of this earth. Take care of this world until I come back." So until I come back, because remember, the earth was formless, void, darkness upon the face of the deep. And God spoke, and God said, "Let there be light." And then there was light. You know what I'm trying to say? Right? So therefore, if that's the case, anything that comes to us and anything that attaches itself to us as human beings, I believe that there's a way that we can overcome. Right? So I'm bringing the message of hope, and I'm not going to go into all the despair and all the trauma of life and all the things that are going wrong, or the things that are going not right, or the things that are half empty. Instead of saying it's half full, I want to say that there is a clear part of God which is placed inside of us, and that clear part of God which is in us, it is also creating us and make us be very creative, innovative, and create new things. Right? Amazon recently said that they're not going to actually, is what they said, we're not going to use Visa card anymore. Now some people are now going crazy now. If you don't use Visa card, you have to get a MasterCard or whatever like that. Or the Visa card company is actually saying, what's going to happen now? Is business going to do? Everything. So it's like this whole world, which is now abnormal, and some are saying we need to get back to normal. I actually have a philosophy now by saying that we don't need to get back to normal. We just need to go through this and go on the other side. I had a video sometime when I'm walking in the park. And when I'm walking in the park, I like to look at the trees. I look at the bushes, the shrubs. And sometimes I go through the bushes and the shrubs. And then there's a section which, I don't know what happened there. Let me see something. Yeah. Don't know what happened there. Something. I'm doing some experimenting today. You know. There we come back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I will go into some sections of the park, and then you come into this section now, which is open, clear, wide, bright, and they say, "Wow!" And I believe so much that there's going to be a wow factor. There's going to be some powerful wow factors that we're going to see in the next month or so coming. And while the challenges are there, and while the pressure is there, and while some are forcing people to do this and do that, I believe that God, who has created this heaven and this earth, has a plan for us, has an agenda for us, and He's not going to take us this far to leave us hanging. All right? And that's why I always say the walk and talk, motivational moments, it is something that actually inspire and something that will actually boost. And I call it the boost mode factor, that we don't have to live in this doom. This whole world is created for a purpose. We're all created for a purpose. Every man, woman, boy, and girl, all created for a purpose at this time. Okay? So those are the words that I just wanted to share tonight. And along while I'm doing my testing of these new ways of doing things, going live on Twitter, going live on Instagram, going live on Facebook, and going live on YouTube at the same time. Let's see it work, because I believe very much that there's so much within us that needs to come out and touch this world. We are all born for this world. The world needs to see our magic. The world needs to see your magic. The world needs to see your touch. The world needs to see you. Because as far as I'm concerned and what I've seen, I can clearly make a declaration that I can't see any leaders in this world that can actually and is motivating, inspiring people at this time, right? I think the world has, and the leaders are in some sort of auto spin. It's like some auto ship, whereby there's no one that think for themselves. They're all in this quandary, which is unfortunate. So therefore, it is incumbent upon you and me to make sure that we stand our ground in whatever that we believe, and know without a doubt that God wouldn't take us to this point and leave us hanging to the whims and the fancies of men who are self-centered, self-seeking, egoistic, and forget the whole purpose of why we are here on this earth. And for such reason, I'm planning to do some shows, different strategic shows. I'm going to do a show something about God and government and God, the soul of man, the yearning. Because when there's hopelessness, and when that person said there was hopelessness is because sometimes we put our hope in men who cannot satisfy. So we got to put our hope in what can satisfy. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining, and for the test, and for those joining me tonight. So peace out, God bless you, and see you tomorrow night on In Review. God bless you. Bye-bye.